Hey guys, my name is Moon and welcome back for more Higurashi When They Cry, Chapter 7, Minagoroshi. So last episode, a lot of people were having fun, right, at the Watanagashi festival, and it was pretty nice because it was quite different, right? It was the best Watanagashi festival, as Rika said, and as well as Rika warning Tomitake and Takano, right, with their upcoming deaths, I suppose. And pretty much she told everyone as well, right? She told Oishi, she told Mion. Yeah, she pretty much told everyone. The friends, I mean. And yeah, let's see if they still die today in this episode, right? But I wish they don't. So we can change fate, right? But who knows? Fate can be cruel sometimes, and they may still end up dying. So Mitake gathered up his paperwork and slipped it inside his bag.
嫌にしつこかったね。そんなに僕らに死んでほしいのかな。
But yeah, honestly, it's good though that they made it here.
夢の話とはいえ迷惑な話よね。
入江所長にリカちゃんの検査を念入りに行った方がいいと言っておいてください。
I mean, I guess now they're thinking that Rika-chan is having what do you call this, much higher levels of the disease as well, right?
夢見の悪さは何かの予兆かもしれない。
Yeah.
リカちゃんに何かあったら大変なことになるからね。
Takano touched Tomitake's hand gently. As he turned bright red, Takano moved in and closer and spoke. The way she acts is just too sexy, Tomitake thought.
ねえ、次郎さん。とても真面目な話があるの。
Okay, the music suddenly stopped.
聞いてくださる？
なんだい？高野さんまで真面目な話があるってのかい？
Dude, don't tell me she's gonna stab him now.
まさか高野さんまで僕が喉をかきむしって死ぬ夢を見たなんていうのはなしだよ。
そのまさかだとしたら。
I told you, see?
え？
Takano stared at him with a mischievous look as if seducing him, and started whispering into his ear.
驚いているのよ。あの子には本当に神通力があるのかもしれないってね。
それはどういうことだい？
Are we gonna finally get some confirmation that it is Takano? Takano smiled and gently pulled back her hair. Even seeing her do that made Tomitake's heart race.
私、あなたのことが好きよ。
I really like you, but I'm gonna kill you.
それは光栄だな。
Takano's fingers curled around Tomitake's chin, stroking, tickling, and caressing it. Her movements were very captivating and seductive.
いろいろな男と付き合ってきたけれど、野心も野性味も私には合わなかった。あなたのような固くて真面目な人が一番相性がいいって分かったの。あなたなら私のすべてを受け止めてくれる。私のことを本当に理解してくれるって信じられるの。だからあなたにならミオのすべてを捧げられる。私のすべてをあなたに抱き受けてもらいたいの。この気持ちがわかるかしら。
高野さん、急にどうしたんだい？
Her voice didn't really sound that affectionate. Tomitake knew from experience that he couldn't grasp what was on her mind when she wore a cold smile like that.
いよいよなの。もうじきなの。
It's almost here. It seemed as though she couldn't wait for something to happen. There was a chilling allure to her strange smile that made one question if something exciting was about to happen.
何がもうじきなんだい？
Tomitake asked, trying hard to resist the temptation.
私の
The
夢
day?
が叶う日が
My dream
やっ
comes
てくる
true.
の。
What is your dream?
君の夢？
そう、私の話したことがあったわよね。それともベッドの上で話したことは記憶に残らないのかしら？
いや、覚えてるよ。君の夢。
Tomitake's response was vague. Either he didn't remember or he hadn't understood it very well.
いよいよお社様のたたりが現実のものとなる日がやってくる。その日こそが私の子供の頃からの夢が叶う日。次郎さん、聞いて。私はもうあなたと一緒にはいられないの。
それはどういう意味だい？
あなたと私は違う世界に住む存在なの。
She is really crazy.
ここひなみ沢は人の世と鬼の世の接点だから、日の当たる世界のあなたと日の当たらない世界の私が出会えた。
So she's saying she's a demon, right?
でももうそれが終わるの。陽光の降り注ぐ日中に訪れた束の間の月食が日の当たる世界の人間と日の当たらない世界の鬼を引き合わせた。私が何を言っているかわかるかしら？
高野さん、まだビールが抜けないのかい？酔ってるね。
お別れの夜が来たの。
The night of farewells.
日の当たる世界を教えてくれてありがとう。
Okay, she's gonna do something now.
あなたの温かさは日だまりの温かさだったわ。騙し合ったり疑い合ったりしない本当に温かい関係だった。だからあなたと別れるのがとても惜しい。
She pulled herself away from Tomitake and slowly stepped back, as if signaling the time had come for them to part.
君が何を言っているのかわからない。何の話なんだい、高野さん。
だからあなたに選んでほしい。私のそばにいることを選んで日の当たる世界のすべてを捨てる勇気を見せてほしい。あなたが私の耳元でささやいてくれたことがどれも本当だったなら、次郎さんに戸惑いはないはず。
まさか君は。
そのまさかなの、次郎さん。
Tomitake got up from his seat and looked Takano straight in the eyes. There was a faint glimmer of hostility within those eyes.
私より仕事が大事なの、やっぱり。
信じられない。君のことを信じていたのに。
Those words were one of rejection. Takano's lips twisted into a cruel smile.
お社様は人と鬼を融和したそうだけど、そのお社様でも私とあなたを融和することはできなさそうね。
Takano slowly opened the door. 6 men in overalls were standing there at the ready. Okay, they're gonna do something with Tomitake now. For him to become L5, right? Tomitake was frozen in shock. The 6 men walked up to Tomitake with no expressions on their face. It was immediately obvious that they were going to do something to harm him.
これは何の真似だ。
ひなみ沢症候群は導火線に火がついた爆弾と同じ。
Hinamizawa syndrome is like a bomb with a lit
そ
fuse.
れが爆発する前に東京はあなたに爆弾を解体してしまうことを命じた。でもね、 東京にはこの爆弾が派手に爆発して欲しがっている人もいるの。
Why though? Why? Like, yeah, this Inamizawa syndrome, right? It pretty much makes people go crazy. Why would people want that, though, right?
バカな。そんなことをして誰が何の得をするんだ。
Yeah, what good will that do for anyone? Yes.
得のないことをする人なんてこの世にはいないわ。損得があるからベクトルが生まれる。だから私を前にそれを問うことは無意味ね。
信じられない。そんなバカなことを考えている連中がいるのかい。ひなみ沢症候群はとても危険な病気であることは君も知っているはずだ。
そうよ。爆発すればとても大変なことになる。だからこそ東京も失態を隠しきれない。
君はその連中に買収されたというのか。
That faction. So Tomitake's faction is basically the one who wants to cure it, right? And then I guess they have an opposite faction that wants this to spread.
元からそういう目的で送り込まれているの。
It was my mission from the very start. Damn, she is really the bad guy though. I mean, I was expecting this, but yeah, finally she's admitting that she is the bad one.
申し訳ないわね。
And the body that we say that they keep saying that it was Sakano that burned, right? It's not her for sure. Like, it was just planted there, probably. And then they messed with something and they said it was Sakano, but it was not her. For her to, I guess, to get out or do whatever she wants, right?
出会った時から私とあなたは住む世界が違ったの。
それで僕をどうするつもりだ。
あなたの協力があれば私の仕事はとても楽になるわ。
But yeah, of course, Tomitake's not gonna go there.
もちろんそれはあなたにとっては裏切り行為にあたる。
But honestly, for me, if I would be in this situation, I would pretend. Yeah, I would just say yes, right? And then I'll run off later, right? Yeah, I'll be a spy for the other side. Because yeah, they're definitely gonna kill you if you say no, though, right? They're gonna say, I said no. Then yeah, you're dead, right?
僕に寝返れというつもりか。
二郎さん、私に囁いてくれた愛が本当なら黙って私に協力してはくださらないかしら。
I mean, you can pretend for the time being, right?
もちろん報酬は望みのまま。あなたが私を望むならば一生をあなたのためだけに仕えてあげる。あなたが望むとき、あなたの望むところであなたの望むようにどんなことでも従うわ。
Honestly, she's so scary, though.
私の体はあなただけのもの。あなたの重欲を満たすためだけに独り占めをしていいのよ。私もあなたにならあなただけのしもべになってあげてもいい。
But yeah, see, but seriously though, what is Tomitake's position here, right? Like, is he like super high ranking? I guess, right? Because why would Takano say all of this if he's just like a normal member, right? Yeah, Tomitake is probably a big member of this faction, right?
ねえ、私の全身にあなたの匂いを染み付けさせたいとは思わない。
Her words were kind of assault, directly hammering at the emotions men had difficulty resisting. I mean, yeah, if you said that to a person, to a guy, I mean, yeah. They were like an evil spell to control his heart. Upon hearing them, Tomitake felt an unknown sensation rush up his spine as his feet froze in place, entranced. However, he forced himself to resist temptation. Yes, you gotta fight it, sir. He sealed the cracks in his wall of reason to stop Takano from forcefully entering his heart.
断る。
She had known from the start that Tomitake was going to refuse her. Even so, Takano let out a triumphant laugh. It's funny. She thought Tomitake would refuse right away. However, it took him a while to refuse because of how effective she was at seducing him. The time it took him to refuse her was one victory for Takano. For Tomitake, it was a time of humiliation. Takano continued to laugh. She sounded rather like an evil witch.
そう言うと思ったわ。それでこそ私の大好きな二郎さんよ。
Oh, who's this? Takano raised up her right hand and gave a signal to the mountain dogs. Hey, this guy looks scary though. He got a ponytail.
おこのぎくん、君も寝返ったのか。
Okonogi-kun.
失礼しますね、富武ニードの。
Lieutenant Tomitake.
二郎さんも鈍いわね。山犬は初めから私の部下よ。
But yeah, they are working for her, of course.
この診療所は最初から私たちが掌握している。知らないのはあなたと入江所長だけよ。
くそ。
Tomitake moved into action, sensing the danger that was about to befall him. His fist thrust out as quick as lightning, knocking one man down before he could even blink. I mean, there were 6 of them, right? However, the mountain dogs certainly weren't going to just stay there and watch, and these guys are not pushovers. Like, of course these guys are trained as well for sure. They all attacked him as one. He tried to strike back with an elbow, but he simply couldn't overcome the difference in numbers. Tomitake tried his best, but as soon as enough mountain dogs had wrestled him to the ground. No! Tomitake, look, his eyeglasses. The witch.
離せ、離せんか。
こいつ、ジタバタすんな。
The wicked witch of Hinamizawa. They pinned him down so that he couldn't move an inch.
さすがね、二郎さん。6人がかりでも手こずらせるなんて素敵よ。
Takano walked over and smiled while looking down at Tomitake.
ねえ、二郎さん。どうせ断るんでしょうけれど、私の自己満足のためにもう一度聞かせてね。やっぱり意見を変えて、私の味方になってはくれないのかしら。
無駄だ。君の仲間にはならない。
その一言が欲しかったの。私の未練を断ち切るためにね。
Takano was holding a small case in her hands. She opened it and showed Tomitake what was inside.
その注射は。
Okay, I told you, man. Syringe. This is the opposite of the cure now. I told you there is gonna be something like this. Like in viruses, right? When they're trying to cure it or make a cure, right? They have the disease as well, of course. How can you cure something if you don't know, right? You don't have a sample of the disease itself. So yeah, they do have that, and now I guess she's gonna use it to Tomitake, and yeah, he will become L5, right?
いやね。想像がついてるくせに。
バカな。すべて破棄したはず。
二郎さん、あなたはこう思っているでしょう。たとえ破棄した例の注射だとしても、自分は予防薬を投与済みだから注射されても免疫があるはず。
But yeah, no one really followed them anymore, I guess, right? Even the police didn't follow them anymore?
そうでしょ。 だから怯えてないのよね。あなたが今回ひなみ沢に来た時に投与された予防薬はね、違うのよ。
Was fake.
あなたは今自覚してないだろうけども、すでにレベル3クラスで感染してる立派なひなみ沢症候群の潜在患者なの。
So he's level 3 already. Isn't it the same as Satoko? Level 3, I mean at least in the beginning of this chapter, right?
二郎さん、注射するとき目を背ける癖があるでしょ。
So she swapped it.
ダメよ。自分に何の注射がされてるか毎回ちゃんと確認した方がいいわよ。
くそー、離せや。
Tomitake struggled to get away, but simply he couldn't move. Upon seeing his sore state, Takano laughed with glee.
H173 は二郎さんもよくご存知のはずよね。
H173.
投与することで感染し、かつ興奮状態を誘発することで疑似的にレベル5を発症させる。
Okay, L5 instantly.
どれだけ劇的な効果があったかは二郎さんもご覧になってたんじゃないかしら。被験者は盛んに頸部液下のかゆみを訴えていたわね。
Dude, I love this because yeah, they're pretty much explaining to us what happened, right?
過去の症例の文献から見ると、どうもレベル5発症時にリンパ節に異常なかゆみを訴えるケースがあるみたい。抗原抗体反応の一種かもしれないわね。だから二郎さん、あなた運が良ければリカちゃんが予言した通りの死に方ができるわよ。
If you're lucky.
自傷で自ら死ぬか、それとも脳を憎悪で焼かれて廃人になるか。
Disabled for life?
あなたはどちらになるのかしら。
I mean, I guess you're gonna claw out your throat pretty much, right? And then if you survive, yeah, you couldn't, I guess, talk anymore.
ねえ、二郎さん。
Or laugh.
やめろ、やめろー。
これじゃあお注射は難しいわね。眠らせてあげて。
One of the men covered Tomitake's mouth with a towel soaked in some kind of chemical. He tried to fight it off with all his might, but his strength eventually left him and he became as quiet as a beached whale. Sekano stroked his face to make sure that he couldn't resist. Then she brought the needle toward his throat. She pushed it right into his skin. As she squeezed down on the syringe plunger, the skin surrounding the tip of the needle swelled up and eventually the contents were absorbed into his body. GG.
さよなら、二郎さん。
Goodbye. Oh no.
次に目が覚めるときは楽しい悪夢の世界にいるのかしらね。
The mountain dogs finally got off him. He couldn't even twitch.
誰か彼を私の車のトランクに運んで。
I'll put him in my trunk and then she's gonna drop him off right in the area where they find him. Two of the men lifted up Tomitake and carried him outside. But hey, aren't they cops here though? Like didn't Uishi, no, I guess he didn't put cops to follow them. Maybe yeah, only on the places, right? He put some cops on the places that Rika-chan said.
彼の愛用の自転車も一緒だときっと喜ぶでしょうね。地獄へ行っても好きなだけサイクリングができる。
This woman, man, this woman is evil. Look at what she said. He can enjoy cycling in hell too. What the hell did Tomitake do to you? The mountain dogs all quietly laughed at the joke. This is the people that we are gonna fight. Can we win against this?
ではこれより終末作戦を開始します。
And this, look at this dude, he's so big. Maybe Kasai can beat him up, right? Look at this guy. They stopped laughing as she began to speak.
おこのぎは以後の連絡を待て。入江所長から目を離すな。あと、フルで理科にも注意してね。どんな第六感か知らないけど、少なくとも彼の死に方だけは当てたわ、あの子。
But yeah, fatal mistake here for Rika, right? She trusted Takano and now Takano is what do you call this? Being like super suspicious of her that she has a power, right?
もっと研究したかったけど、残念ね。
了解ですわ。こちらはお任せください。道中はお気をつけて。
気をつけるほどもない旅よ。ところで、入江所長は
祭りの後の打ち上げ中でしょう。まだ神社の敷地内にいるとのことですんで。
あの研究しかできない坊やがどう取り乱すか見れないのが残念ね。
On that nerd's face. Come on, man. The mountain dog started to laugh again too. Dude, I feel sad for Irie and Tomitake here. These people that they were working with are pretty much laughing at them. And then yeah, pretty much they killed Tomitake as well. So I kind of checked the time on her watch. It was nearly 10 p.m. Most people have left the festival for home. Those people still there were or probably enjoying the after party while getting drunk inside a shrine. It was a good time for her to leave without being seen by anyone.
では、私も出発するわ。死んでくるわね。
No, she's not gonna die, of course. She's gonna pretend that she's dead, and then they're gonna place something there that then people are gonna say, "Oh, it was Sakano." After saying that, she left the clinic alone. She left through the back door. She left amid the moonlight, the singing of insects, and the sound of a river. It was a typical night in Hinamizawa. While enjoying all these sensations, Takano got inside her car. Tomitake was sleeping inside the trunk. His bicycle, on the other hand, was loaded into her back seat. How ironic. Your bicycle has better seat than you. I'll let you out there soon. I should leave him by the road that leads to Okonomiya. That'll be a good spot. Takano found a good place to drop him off. But she gave up on it as there was a police cruiser parked in there. Yes. She figured that they were probably patrolling to make sure the 5th year's curse didn't happen. Good job, officers. No one would ever suspect that there's a curse packed in my trunk right now. Takano drove onto less lit streets with tougher roads. Eventually the mountain road ended and she was surrounded by darkness. There were nice rice fields nearby. She could tell by the sound of the croaking frogs. Takano parked her car by the pitch black roadside, and then she had to stop here, otherwise she'd be too close to the residential area. Indeed, she was nearly in Okonomiya. She would have dumped him earlier, but the police cruiser had foiled that plan. Takano pulled Tomitake out of the trunk and left him by the road. She also left him his bicycle. Tomitake let out a small groan. It probably wouldn't be long until he woke up.
さよなら、次郎さん。あなたのギクシャクした恋の語りも楽しかったわ。もっと聞かせてもらいたかったから、とても残念よ。もうじきあなたは目を覚ますわ。その頃にはあなたはレベル5の末期を迎えてる。あなたは錯乱の挙句、きっと哀れな死に方をするでしょうね。氏脇病が語るように、やはりあなたも喉をかきむしって死ぬのかしら。それを観察できないのがとても残念。そしてあなたの異常な死と私の失踪はこの地に5年目のたたりとして刻まれるでしょう。 そうしてお社様のたたりはますます強固なものとなって残る。その礎となれるなんて。次郎さん、これはとても名誉なことなのよ。
So yeah, basically she just wanted to kill Tomitake for this, right? For the curse, for another curse to happen for the 5th year, right?
あなたはこれから命ある身を捨てて永遠の存在の一部となれるのだから。
That was her last farewell to Tomitake. Takano got back inside her car and started driving. She could see the place she left Tomitake in her rear view mirror, but it was already shrouded in darkness. My god. Dude, people should have followed them, right? Takano drove through the main street of Okonomiya and made a few turns, heading for the dark mountains in the distance. Okay, now it's the mountains. It hadn't been a while since she left Hinamizawa. It was almost midnight. She might have already made it to the neighboring prefecture. It was difficult to tell because she couldn't see anything in the darkness. Takano stopped her car in the middle of all that. After turning both the engine and headlights, there really was nothing but darkness surrounding her. It was if time itself had stopped. Takano wasn't sure how long she waited, but eventually she saw the headlights of a car blinking twice. Okay, she blinked her own headlights back at it. Soon she saw several people walking toward her. 2 men wearing blue overalls knocked on the window of Takano's car. Obligingly, she opened it. They looked over her face and the paperwork they had in their hands.
ご苦労様。高野よ。
After confirming her identification, they called someone over the radio.
本部どうぞ。ヒナを確保。尾行ないか。
尾行はなし。後方400メートルクリア。
Dude, this chapter is making the story super serious now, right? And super different. Yeah. Like now we're having these people from the outside, right? We have like factions and stuff. Like it's so crazy. Like this is just a story of the people or the kids, the friends in a village, right? And now we're having this. The real mastermind, I guess.
尾行はありません。お疲れ様でした。どうぞ指揮者へ。書類をお預かりします。
書類カバンはトランクの中よ。これが鍵。あとコーヒーがもらいたいわね。入れてくださる？
Look at this place. The command vehicle was a trailer with a bunch of high-tech communication equipment inside. The light of the electric equipment shone beautifully in the dark.
さあさあ、コーヒーです。どうぞ。
Another man in blue overalls offered her a paper cup.
ありがとう。私の死体の方は大丈夫？
現地にて移送終了との連絡が入っております。
See? You see that? What's going on with my corpse? It's a fake one. I told you, man.
現地？岐阜の山中でドラム缶で焼け死になのかしら？
死因までは確認させます。
Operation Doomsday. That was the name of their mission. Okay, why was it Doomsday though? What are they doing in this place though? Like, I guess there's a disease here, right? That does that. Like, makes people crazy, but yeah. Why? Why is it so important? I mean, do they want to use this to create chaos throughout the whole, let's say, whole Japan? The goal of the operation's first stage was Takano's escape from Hinamizawa and the extraction of 18 specific classified documents. That goal had been completed. Assassinating the liaison from Tokyo, Tomitake was also one of the goals. Oh. That one had also been completed in the way Takano had planned. He was not killed that way just because Takano had wanted to see it. So she wanted to kill him anyway. She was just seducing him earlier, right? Like, if you're gonna betray me, or yeah, betray your faction and join us, right? She was just playing with him, really. But in the end, she was going to kill him anyway. Okay. It was intentional planned that way so that the office in Tokyo would be suspicious of the Irie Institute. Oh, she's very smart. Yeah. Like they could say like, oh, he got this the disease from the doctor, right? Yes. Because yeah, the doctor was the one working there, right? So she's creating doubt within the enemy faction as well, right? Dude, she's so good. They were trying to create a story that the Institute was upset with the recent budget cuts and the cancellation of their study. Tomitake's mysterious death would be sustainable or suitable way to persuade people. Tomitake wasn't the only one who was expected to die, Takano was expected to do as well. However, Takano didn't really need to die herself. They had acquired a substitute body for her, so she didn't have to actually die. See? But yeah, when we saw the autopsy, right? In like the chapters before, they did say that the body died a day earlier, right? Compared when we saw Takano on the day of the Watanagashi, right? She was supposed to be dead by that time already, but she was alive and she was there. According to what she heard, a team in Gifu took care of everything. Once Samitake and Takano were dead, Tokyo would definitely grow suspicious of the Irie Institute. The main purpose of this mission was to make the Institute look reckless.
申し訳ありません、サンサー。現地の工作班で問題が発生したようです。
問題?
Wait, you say major? Major? Wait, she's a soldier as well? Major Takano?
どうしたのかしら?
偽装死体の選別にミスがあったそうです。死後24時間経過していたとか。
See, the body has been dead for already 24 hours. That was the mistake there. That's why when I saw that, yeah, she became much more suspicious after that.
あら、するとどういうことになるのかしら?
But yeah, back then as well in that chapter, you could also say like, oh, maybe Takano was a ghost, right? I don't exactly know what chapter it was when they did that, but yeah, I think Keiichi, or was it Keiichi though, or was it, I forgot who it was, but the one we were controlling at the time was like, or was it a ghost? Yeah, I think it was the second chapter as well, right? Or no, the third chapter. The third chapter. Yeah. Like, oh, was she dead already? What was I talking to a ghost when we saw her, right? Yeah, Keiichi was doubting himself then.
つまり、サンサは昨日すでに亡くなられていたことになってしまいます。
Takano's body was supposed to be selected from the corpse of people who had died the same day. The plan was to then burn the body and make the identification of the corpse much more difficult. They'd found a suitable body for the plan, however, they just found out that it had been dead for over a day. That would create a hole in their plans.
現地の方で現在収集に当たっていますので。
I mean, you got no time, you gotta kill that thing already. Or use that, I mean, just use that.
いいわ。その死体を私ということにしなさい。
は。しかしそれでは。
ひなみ沢を滅びに導くお社様の使いが実は前日に死んでいて、祭りの当日には死者として歩き回っていた。
But yeah, it can work in her favor as well, right? Like being supernatural and stuff, right? Yes, it works as well, is what I'm saying.
面白い。
And now she's having fun with it.
それは実に面白いわね。
Takano laughed for a while. The other people in the vehicle couldn't understand why Takano was laughing so much. Takano continued to laugh as if it was the funniest thing she'd ever heard.
構わない。岐阜にはそれを私にしろと伝えなさい。そのくらいのほつれがあった方が面白いわ。
よろしいのですか。 万が一ということも。
万が一なんてないわ。だって高野美代は現に今日綿流しのお祭りの会場を闊歩していたのよ。たとえ検視の結果死後24時間以上経っていると出たって、おめでたい連中は検視結果の方が間違ってると思ってくれるわよ。
Sakano almost seemed to be enjoying the risk.
了解。
Roger.
現場へその旨連絡します。
それより私の死体はドラム缶の中で焼かれていたの？
はい。高速道路近くの山中でドラム缶の中で焼けていたのを発見されたそうです。
Sakano seemed surprised to hear that from him. And then she started laughing strangely again. Nobody could figure out why she was laughing like that.
なるほど。お社様の生まれ変わりは伊達じゃないということなのね。あの子にはやはり人知の及ばない何かがあるということを認めなければならない。南沢の山犬に R の監視体制を厳重にするように連絡を。
了解。
失礼します。沖宮警察が富武の遺体を発見したとの無線を傍受しました。
They found it already.
発見したわね。いよいよ始まるわよ。
So do they have a person in the Okuniya police as well? Because yeah, they got this information so fast. Or maybe someone is just watching that place, right? Maybe, right? Now we're gonna have doubt with the Okuniya police. Like, oh, maybe there's a traitor in here, right? Kuma-chan.
おいさん、
Oh, it's
先生が
Kuma-chan.
到着してます。
ああ、どうもどうも。どうですか、入江の先生。
Oishi entered the area enclosed by a blue tarp. In there, people from forensics were taking pictures of the dead body from various angles. Irie was squatting down next to the dead body of Jiro Tomitake. Irie was squatting down, okay. When he stood up, he was white as a sheet.
信じられません。
そりゃ私だって信じられませんよ。初見で見た限り、仏は喉をかきむしっています。それも自分の手でです。こいつはまっとうな死に方じゃない。十中八九、何らかのヤバめな薬物でしょう。
彼は何らかの薬物の常習者だったということでしょうか。
さあね。そいつを調べるのはどうやら我々の仕事になりそうです。
大石さん、この角材は？
多分仏が振り回したんじゃないかと思います。で、途中で捨てて喉をかくのが楽しくなっちゃったんじゃないかと。
角材を何のために振り回したんでしょう？
自衛のためと考えるのが一番自然だと思います。仏の体に外傷がいくつかあるのに気づいてます？
ええ、打撲傷を思わせる跡がいくつか散見できます。
ってことは、一番考えられるストーリーは、仏が祭り終了後沖宮へ帰る途中、ここで何者かに襲われた。それで取り押さえられて怪しげな注射とかそういうのをされて、その結果錯乱させられて死に至らしめられた。
I mean, he is pretty on the spot there though, right? He was seized by the culprit, given a shot of some kind, and then went crazy and died. Damn.
喉をかきむしるように誘導できる薬物なんて聞いたことがありません。
But yeah, I think Irie knows already though. Of course, he cannot say it to Oishi.
私もそっちは専門じゃありませんが、薬中の末期症状に自傷行為ってあるらしいじゃないですか。まあその辺はうちの鑑識のじい様が調べてくれるでしょ
おいさん、失礼します。ここから数百メートルのところに富武二郎のものと思われる自転車が見つかりました。
う。おお、そうですか。ありがとうございます。何か手がかりとかは？
いえ、初見では特には。今鑑識が言ってます。
じゃあつまりその自転車があった場所が襲撃場所と考えていいんでしょうね。それで戦ったり逃げたりしてここまで来た。
Oishi frowned, crossing his arms in front of his chest. Irie was looking at the miserable corpse of Tomitake and he kept saying the same thing.
ありえない。絶対にありえない。
Irie knew right away that Tomitake's death was caused by the terminal symptoms of the Hinamizawa syndrome. He hadn't swung the 2x4 at a real person, but probably saw some kind of hallucination due to the L5 symptoms. Violent reactions to the hallucinations is one of the clearest characteristics of the terminal stage. So this is what happened with Keiichi as well, right? In the first chapter. He became L5 nearing the end, right? And he was trying to hit anyone or everything basically. However, Tomitake supposedly took a vaccine before he came to the village. There was no way he could reach L5 in such a short period of time. Irie didn't want to believe it, but it was obvious that someone intentionally injected him with the pathogen. The pathogen must have been strong enough to give him L5 symptoms immediately. The only drug that can do that is H.7, a chemical weapon that induces acute symptoms or onset of symptoms. It makes people hallucinate, which inevitably leads to a horrible death. It's the absolute worst kind of demon. However, they had destroyed all of it due to its dangerous nature. All that was left were helpful chemicals such as vaccines and treatment drugs. Tomitake was their liaison from Tokyo. Whoever killed him must have had full knowledge about him and this drug. How would that person know who he was their liaison? It was then that Irie thought of Takano. Takano is also a watchdog from Tokyo, so she's also from Tokyo. She's something like a superintendent. It was quite possible that something bad had happened to her too.
そうだ。高野さんは。
But yeah, didn't Rika-chan also warn Irie, right? Yeah.
高野さんはどうなったんです？
え？ああ、お宅の看護師さんの。
多分富武さんと一緒だったと思うんです。高野さんは無事なんですか？
先生、彼女の電話番号はわかります？
もちろんです。
熊ちゃん、入江の先生に電話番号を聞いて署から在宅確認を取らせてください。
了解っす。先生、番号を。
はい。よろしいですか？
Kumagai got the phone number, repeated it to make sure he got it alright, and dashed out of the blue tent.
先生、高野さんと仏は確か親しい仲でしたよね。
ええ。
何かトラブルがあったとか、そういうのは聞いたことがあります？
まさか。聞いたことないです。仲のいい二人でした。
Tomitake and Takano weren't just in a closer relationship. They were co-workers sent from Tokyo. They had access to information that even Irie didn't. There's no way there was trouble between them.
何事もなけりゃいいんですがね。下手すりゃ仏か、それとも星か。なるほど。看護師なら怪しげな薬物を取り扱えてもおかしくはないですよね。
そんな薬品はうちの診療所にはありませんし、あったとしても厳重に保管されています。高野さんに持ち出せるわけがない。
それでも一般人よりは容易でしょ。
ですからそもそもそんな薬物は聞いたことがないし、当診療所にも存在しません。
Irie made a clumsy excuse while he tried to piece together what was going on. Because yeah, he couldn't tell Oishi, yes. However, Irie had no means of knowing the state of affairs in Tokyo, and he couldn't reach any further conclusions. So it was easy to laugh at him as though he's a frog dropped in a well.
大石さん、留守のようです。署の待機組の方で直接訪問すると言ってます。
先生、すみませんが高野さんの住所を教えてください。じゃあそれプラス県警に今夜出た身元不明の女性死体がないか確認を取ってください。あるいは県外の可能性もあるな。課長に近県にも同様に身元不明の女性死体が出てないか確認を取るよう伝えてください。
了解っす。
沖宮警察が現地の県警本部への接触を開始。サンサー、よろしいのですね。
ええ、構わないわ。そのままで行きなさい。どうせすぐに週末よ。誰かが一人くらい死亡時刻を疑ったって、誰かが耳を貸す前に全てが滅ぶ。
Oh my god, this episode, man. I thought it was just gonna be a simple one where Takano was gonna do it to Mitake, right? But yeah, it exploded. It became much more different, right? I love how they explained a lot of stuff, right, to us. That was pretty cool. Like how it happened, yeah, how it really happened with Tomitake there, and for Takano as well, having a fake body. I mean, it was a real body, but it was like a body double to make people think that it was her that died as well, right? Damn. How are we gonna win against this though? These people are very, very organized. And I'm sure now that Takano is the one who's probably been killing Rika, right? But why though? The reason is why. Yeah, why does she want to kill Rika, I guess? Yeah, assuming, but yeah, come on. There's no one else who would do that. So yeah, let's say it's Takano doing that. Why does she want to kill Rika then? What purpose, right? If she dies, what happens, right? Dude, this just got better and better. Yeah, this chapter just got better. Nice. So yeah, I guess we will take a break there for now. So we are going to continue this and do more of Higurashi When They Cry, Chapter 7 and Minagoroshi in the next one. So I'll just see you guys then. Bye-bye.